Welcome, everyone, to another monthly wrap-up episode of Nerdstrodamus podcast. I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
I'm Punk.
I'm Slowtad.
And it's time to talk about all the video game and nerdy things that happened in the month of April 2018. So, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I further confirmed my lactose intolerance last night when I drank a glass of milk. So that is now, it's canon.
It's official.
It's Nerdstrodamus canon.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Slowtad ate an entire, very large chocolate bunny.
Yeah, what was it? I think it was over 2,000 calories. I think that's what
I think so.
said.
Yeah, it was a lot.
At least I didn't eat the toy and do a review on the bunny.
Actually, I think I would have enjoyed that just a bit more. I don't know why.
I'm sure my stomach would have enjoyed it a bit more, too.
Yeah. We also went to Techo.
We did.
And there's a wrap-up video for that.
Yeah, everyone should check it out. I shaved my facial hair, and it took 2 weeks to grow back properly, so I need those views.
I didn't even notice. Like,
the month of April was me destroying my body.
Sacrificing it for the good of other people's enjoyment. And there was a KupoCon this month in Vancouver.
This is the first one we haven't been to.
No, it looked like everybody had a good time, though.
Yeah, I followed a lot of the pictures and posts. It looks like everybody had a great time, and Chocobo Ranch was performed by Liam Mulvey and Ray Chase.
Those poor people.
They didn't know.
No.
We've been there. We know the struggle.
Do you guys know who won?
No.
Actually, I don't remember seeing pictures of specifically who won.
No.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah. But yeah. So let's talk about what actually came out this month.
Mm-hmm.
So April 3rd, we had Terra for the PS4 and Xbox One.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I do, because I made this list.
Yay!
It's an MMO, free to play, completely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
I might try that out then. I like
Yeah.
It's been on PC for a while, and
I
then
was
they
gonna
just
say
released it.
I've seen stuff for it a year ago.
Wait, was this the one they showed off at E3 last year? You don't know.
No, I don't know. I just know
You
it came
made
out.
the list! You made the list!
Why?
But still, free MMO on
Yep.
PS4 and Xbox One? I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, April 10th, we had Extinction.
I have no idea what that is either.
Punk, tell us.
It looks like a very cartoony, fast-paced Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Kind of, because there's like you're zipping around and stuff like that, hacking and slashing on giant monsters.
What kind of what style is it? Is it like a top-down Zelda kind of thing? Is it like a full 3D like Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you'd think that's something that would seemingly be big budget that I would have heard about.
Yeah, it
I guess I'm
literally,
just
I don't think
attached.
anyone really knows about it at all.
Wow.
What did it come out on?
Xbox One, PS4.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, whoa.
Like everything else.
Huh.
And then April 17th, we had Wild Guns Reloaded and Yakuza 6.
I know both of those.
I actually know both of these. Wild Guns Reloaded being the remake, re-release.
Was it like a Super Nintendo? Or
It was
Sega or
a
something?
Super Nintendo game.
Yeah, it's really similar to that one you had me play before,
Sunset
right?
Riders.
Yeah.
Except Wild Guns is more like shooting gallery style, where
Yeah.
Sunset Riders was side-scrolling.
Yes.
But Wild Guns, big fan favorite, has like a nice following behind it. It's nice to see it come back. That came out on everything, I think. Because it's out on Switch.
think so,
It's
yeah.
on PS4. I'm pretty sure it got an Xbox One release. So,
That's good.
and then Yakuza 6. Yakuza's
That's
got
coming back. It's got a big following.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah,
holy
it's sort
crap.
of been like the underdog forever, you know?
I remember when they were releasing them on. Did it start on PS2?
Okay.
that was the
Have
first
it.
time I remember
It's
hearing
a Sony
about
franchise, right? Or is
Yeah.
it on Xbox as well?
It's Sony.
No. I mean, like the first system it came out on was PS2, right? Like it wasn't a PS3 game to start; it was PS2.
No, it was definitely
Okay.
PS2. Because
Okay.
I remember there were remastered ones that came out. I think there was even rumors of a remastered one for the Wii in Japan.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody raves about these games. Apparently, they've got great stories to them.
This
Yeah.
one looks pretty awesome.
This one has had a lot of fire behind it. It makes me really want to play it.
Has anybody here played any of the Yakuza games?
Nope.
Nope.
From what I see, it almost looks like a successor to Shenmue, but more action.
So like Sleeping Dogs.
Whatever that game is.
I mean, pretty much exactly Sleeping Dogs.
We played Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. It was basically like Grand Theft Auto. But
There's really no driving in Yakuza, though.
no.
You're kind of just running around,
Yeah,
saving things, going to cat cafes.
Nice. Why did I not know about the cat cafes? I need to do this now.
Yeah, this is a game I'll definitely pick up when it starts going down in price.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be on my backlog.
Same with the next one for me. On April 20th, we had God of War come out.
Oh yeah,
Another Sony exclusive.
Another
yeah.
Sony exclusive.
A totally awesome Sony exclusive.
I had no ambition to play this game whatsoever. I've played God of War 1, God of War 3, and I just didn't care.
I never really played one before, and once I saw all the reviews kind of starting to pop up, I was like, you know what, and I got it. So I'm like 10 hours in, and it's pretty great. I really can't say anything too negative about it at all. Somewhat linear. I think I could say that maybe, I guess. Maybe I was expecting something, them to kind of take on the
Open world.
a little more open worldness of maybe like a Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that.
I'm kind of glad they didn't, because there's enough open world games out there that it's becoming a little stale, and also like they take too much time.
Yeah, and honestly, the way the combat works, of course, we want to see the kind of a little bit more focused in on these kind of awesome moments and stuff instead of trying to make it open world and exciting and open ended.
And I gotta say that the combat, like the original God of War, felt like a button masher.
That's what they were, really. This doesn't at all.
No, there's a lot more strategy
Yeah.
to the combat. Like you have to dodge, you have to plan out. Are you punching? Are you using the axe? Are you throwing? Are you doing special abilities?
And they throw different enemy types at you, so you have to use completely different strategies with every one of them.
Right.
And then kind of like handle fighting them all at once too. Plus you have your son there, Atreus.
Boy.
Boy. Who you can kind of use as he fires arrows and stuff and stuns and hurts enemies. And eventually he actually learns his own abilities that you can upgrade too.
Oh.
So he will help out more in combat. So you don't really have to worry about him at all. It's not like
What they should have done is be able to put a second controller on there, and he got to be the boy.
That would
Kinda
be
like Super
cool.
Mario Odyssey style with
yes.
Cappy.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Even if you could just aim with him or something like that. With bow and arrow, that would be awesome.
After trying it, like trying your copy, Lambo, I want to pick it up at some point. Not right now. I'll wait until it goes down in price a little bit, because I'll probably play through it once and be done with it, but it was fun.
But I saw somebody posting on Reddit then, kind of like making an interesting argument. It was on the PS4 subreddit. I should have written down who said it. Darn it. But anyway, it was on the PS4 subreddit. Somebody said, I really like that God of War kind of cements what the Sony brand looks like. The Sony brand is high production value, good story, a little bit of exploration, exciting combat, and a really kind of tight, AAA experience.
It's a good package.
And single player, which is like like really the huge highlight. You think about Uncharted, Horizon, Lara Croft Tomb Raider kind of fits in there, even though that's multi-platform, but. And Last of Us, of course.
Uncharted has multiplayer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Uncharted and Last of Us both have multiplayer.
Yeah. But the pool is the single player experience, though.
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's not a Sony branded game, but it was a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, but like I guess that's what the thing is, though. Like these really kind of tight, amazing single player experiences that are kind of unforgettable and look really beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting,
No, I never thought about it that way.
Observation.
Might be why I gravitate more towards Sony than Microsoft. Not that there's anything wrong with Microsoft. I tend to want to play stuff by myself.
I don't want to play with friends. That's what my Nintendo was for.
Halo 5 is going to have, or Halo 6 whenever they do that. Halo 5 did come out, right?
Yeah.
See, I don't even care. I don't even like
it. I have it.
but Halo 6 has to have a Battle Royale mode, or they're never going to make it. Giving Blood Gulch and Battle Royale mode.
Oh, God.
Just bring it back for that reason.
April 20th was also Nintendo Labo. Mm-hmm. None of us picked it up.
Nope.
But
we picked up the more popular copy.
We did. Check that out on our YouTube page. But Punk, you work in a game store.
I do.
How did have you seen anybody pick it up? Anybody buying it?
All right. That weekend, I sold one of them. The variety kit. That was the only one sold by our store.
From its release until now?
On that weekend.
Oh, on
the
that
release
weekend.
weekend.
Okay.
Since then, we sold one other. So we sold two.
Okay.
2 in the first week. Oof.
But I do have to say, the customer that I sold it to was super excited about it. They thought we were going to be sold out of it. There we go. But they were super excited to actually get it. They were excited to get it home and actually start playing and putting the stuff together, which was awesome.
So everything I've read about it, all the reviews I've read have said that for adults, it's not the best. because it's not a game. It's a toy.
Right.
For kids, they're going to love it. And in Japan, apparently, it is doing very well. Japan is selling it like crazy.
I even heard somewhere, too, like, London schools actually want to start implementing it in their curriculum.
See, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If it was like an educational tool.
And what I don't think a lot of people realize is there's the Labo garage in there where you can design your own stuff. I don't know if anybody else saw it. Somebody recreated the Game & Watch Fireman game with it.
Oh, wow.
They took a piece of cardboard and they did cutouts of the sprites for that game, and it lights up in the pattern, and you can use a Joy-Con to like move the fireman back and forth.
That's
Wow, that's
And
pretty
actually,
awesome.
yeah, it was awesome, and somebody created this with Labo. So I don't think a lot of people realize there's this creation tool in there. I think that all they see are there's a lot of potential there, and I think Nintendo needs to push that more.
Oh, yeah.
For the more adult people.
I honestly think they needed to just put it out, like and then once people start posting cool stuff they do with it, that's when it maybe eventually will become something cool and something viral that people actually want to be a part of.
My favorite Labo thing is they took the two like box things that like move around and they just
they're-
taped knives on top of them.
They're technically RC cars.
Oh, is that-
I think that's what they're called.
They're
And
RC cars.
That's how you're supposed to play it. It's actually a sumo wrestling kind of game. You're supposed to get two of them and push them against each other.
Yeah.
I saw the thing. It was like, I thought this was only for kids or something.
Yeah.
And there's knives.
It's like the what was it, the South Park episode? They have the rabbits. Don't they do that with what?
That was in an episode of Frisky Dingo.
Oh, and that show.
Okay, you remember that too? I thought I was the only one thinking of that.
No.
Nice.
Anyway, April 24th was South Park: The Fractured Butthole on Switch and Rick and Morty VR for PSVR.
Yep.
I mean, great. South Park came to the Switch.
I'm glad that the Rick and Morty VR came to the PlayStation.
Yeah,
it was one of those games that's like, kind of want to play it, but I'm not gonna drop $300, $700 depending on how I want my experience.
I already have a VR, so you could try it out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I'm really excited to play it as well. I'm not the biggest fan of Rick and Morty. I watched it. It was okay. But the game looks awesome. I think I would have a lot of fun with that.
Punk, to be fair, you have to have a pretty high IQ to appreciate Rick and Morty.
This is true. I'm sorry.
No, I can't do the whole
Yeah.
thing.
For me, most of the Rick and Morty experiences outside of the show have been kind of like, marginal. I think they've been like they've hit the apex of being pretty okay. So I it'll probably be like a fun experience, but it's not going to be.
They all feel like they're
required.
cash-ins most of the time, and I
Yeah.
don't think we've gotten a great experience like Pocket Morty.
Yeah, Pocket Morty's like it's fun and there's
Yeah.
like something to enjoy there, but it's monotonous.
I'm
and
just
silly
gonna go
and,
play Pokemon.
Yeah, well, once you're an hour into it and you realize basically what you're getting yourself into, there's nothing I don't think deeper to it.
Yeah. And the last thing we have on here for this month was Sam Fisher and Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Finally.
Well, there's one more game that came out in April that I will be getting in May. It's Super Robot Wars X or Cross.
Yeah, but that only came out in Asian countries.
Yeah, but it's got a English subtitle release in a special edition that you can purchase, which I did.
Oh, I
and
know.
It's shipping already.
And
Nice.
and I cannot wait till you have it. I need to play it. The part I love though is you bought it thinking it was a fighting game.
I really thought it was a fighting game. You think of a game called Super Robot Wars Cross, and it's like...
Nope, I immediately think like turn-based strategy. Or
What?
It is turn-based strategy.
I've never played one!
I never even heard about it
I
before
own
this
both of
second.
them on the Game Boy Advance, the ones that came to America, and they were awesome because it's Fire Emblem with giant robots from all the famous anime just crossed over.
That's actually pretty awesome. I never heard of it before. That's pretty cool.
I saw the game, and I saw Gurren Lagann in the center, and I was like, gotta have it. I just have to have it. And then it's a turn-based strategy.
Strategy.
I'm super excited.
Strategy.
As far as Sam Fisher and Ghost Recon, Punk, you played Ghost Recon Wildlands, right?
I did, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, it was almost like a gas fire. A lot of people liked it
Yeah.
real fast, and then it just...
Yeah, they're doing like a whole like year 2 for this game as well. You
Really?
get like a season pass. I don't know what for. I know Sam Fisher's included, which is, you don't even play as Sam Fisher. You just kind of do a mission for him, which is kind of stealthy and everything, which is kind of cool.
It's cool. I would like to see, being able to play as him. 'Cause
Yeah.
When's the last time we got a Splinter Cell game?
Maybe this is like a
Oh,
note
my-
saying like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
guess what? Sam Fisher's still here. He might be coming back. I don't know.
That would be cool. This is also This is now the second Ubisoft game that's now doing years. It's the second Tom Clancy game. So.
But this one's not even that big like Siege. I don't think, at least for me, I don't see that many people playing this religiously like Siege.
It's not making it into the meme sphere as much as Siege does. No.
Right.
No, but Siege was also kind of like the big one when it happened. I'm wondering if they're just hoping that maybe if they keep supporting it, you'll get people to jump on it. I mean, I didn't jump on Siege until after year 1.
Right.
So.
And honestly, I kind of feel like with Wildlands, we might see a battle royale. It's kind of has the map style and stuff like that where you can actually do it.
Those monsters.
Yeah, right.
Why? Why?
Right? It's the money.
It is the money. Shall we talk about releases non-video game related and get through those quick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so My Hero Academia Season 3 started.
Woo!
Okay, anybody watching My Hero Academia?
I'm reading it, so.
Okay. Oh, good. Punk, I didn't know you were watching it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I love it.
Have you watched Season 3 at all?
I've watched like 2 episodes.
I'm waiting for it to simuldub on Funimation, then I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
But I love the first 2 seasons.
Oh my god, yes.
It's an amazing anime. It's done by Shonen Jump. That was where the manga was originally from, which, you know, all those big famous ones that last forever come from. But
yeah, they really milk them dry.
Yeah. For anybody who's not watching it, you should really check it out. I mean, it does a really good job of kind of subverting the superhero kind of thing and changing it up.
Yeah, I kind of got into it a little late because I got into it like when after season 2 ended, I think. And I was just like, I don't know if I really want to watch this. I heard a lot of people talking about it, but then I did, and I fell in love with it. It's so good.
It's just one of those. It tells its story through its characters, and it throws a huge cast of relatable characters. Like, for both anime lovers and non-anime lovers, there is probably a character that you would end up associating with.
Right.
It just does a good job at it.
More on the anime front, the Persona 5 anime has started. Woo! I've watched the first half of the first episode, and that's it so far.
I accidentally watched episode 0, thinking it was the first episode. Nope. Apparently that was the prequel to the game. Paid no attention to it, but I did watch the first episode.
Animation looks good.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play through a 100-hour JRPG to get the story, it's a good way to kind of get the story. Because the story and characters are great in that game, but 3 of us around the table have played the game, and the game's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a time sink.
Yeah. So it might be the fun way to do it.
Yeah. Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah. So we'll just maybe say this right now. If you want to hear us talk rather more freely about it, jump to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
And we will talk more freely about it.
We'll give some warnings. At the end.
Also spoilers.
Yes.
There's going to be spoilers.
That's kind of what I mean, yes.
There was a second Venom trailer, and we got to see Venom!
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
And he looks like he's made of Play-Doh.
And he sounds like Claw from Inspector Gadget. That's literally the first thing I thought of when I heard it.
I didn't think anything. I thought, oh, I'm kind of okay with this voice. It's not how I listen to it in my head like in the comic books. It's not the voice for Venom. But
yeah, I kind of hear this like kind of alien, like, I don't know, like stereo, like I hear like many voices talking.
Yeah, and that's
like at once.
That's kind of how I always pictured it too.
Because that's the way they sort of like describe, like when you see the little bubble, it's like, you know, kind of like that.
Putting that in audio form,
yeah. It was like that in Venom the Madness, definitely. But I think more recently it's been just one voice. But still, like, I never pictured it like that. And I thought, oh, that's cool. And then I saw your notes, and I'm thinking, oh, crap.
I'll get you, Parker. Next time, Gadget. Next time.
But yeah. Otherwise, I'm expecting the movie to be okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not holding out hope that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Gundam Build Divers started?
Yeah, it sure did.
I mean,
I'm gonna have to. Do I have to watch the other 2 Build Divers or 3, whatever?
This is Build Divers. All the other ones were Build Fighters.
Build Fighters, that's
This is its own unique series. This one is people building their own Gundam model kits, customizing them, and then playing a VR MMO where they can import their kits and use them on different missions.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds something that we're not too far off from.
No, it's really not. And they're bringing in a lot of Gundams and kits that haven't been seen for a while.
They have the Cowboy Gundam.
Well, it wasn't the Cowboy Gundam originally. It was the Mexican Gundam from G Gundam that had a mustache, a sombrero, and one of its arms was a cactus.
It's awesome.
Now it's Cowboy, but...
Full Metal Panic 4, which is also Invisible Victory, and actually they advertise it as the Roman numeral 4, and it's IV, so invisible victory.
Oh, I like when things do that.
Yeah, so that was a little cheeky. But this actually, it might be my favorite Full Metal Panic series already, and it's only 2 episodes in. Well, 2 for free people. But Full Metal Panic, for those who haven't seen it, it's one of those cliches of military guy like going into society and like kind of learning about it a little bit, because his whole spiel is he's protecting this girl who has this unhidden talent for math and science, and these other underground military organizations are after her so they can help advance their technology.
Yeah. Interesting.
So it's just like he goes to school and he finds someone mess with his locker, and so his response as this military-esque guy decides to detonate it with an explosive. So he blows up the whole locker room, and it turns out it was just because a girl put a love note in there. So it's like that kind of like wacky comedy kind of stuff.
Interesting.
But this new series, there's a lot of killing. Like straight up, he kills about 50 people in the first episode. And there's blood and violence and everything, and that's never been really in the series before. It's insane.
Oh, and giant robots.
And giant robots. Well, not as giant as Gundams, but
no,
big robots.
But they are releasing kits.
They are.
Yes.
That'll be something on there.
And then what's Megalobox?
Megalobox it's the spiritual successor, or I guess it's a big like love note to boxing manga called Ashita no Joe, which was like the first big boxing manga. It's the 50th anniversary, and it was basically like street rat, not a gang member. He was just a criminal turned into like a world champion of boxing, pretty much. And it has one of the most controversial endings in manga, I would argue. And it's pretty much, he fights in like this championship fight, and he goes to sit down in his corner before the next round, and he doesn't get back up, and that's how it ends. So people are like, is he dead? Is he just knocked out? Like they hint it, like he goes completely white in the drawing, and it just fades out, and that's the last thing you see.
Is this like a sequel to it, or?
They're taking that story and bringing it into the future. So it's about a boxer who fixes fights to earn money in underground boxing arenas.
Okay.
And he doesn't have a name. He just goes by Junk Dog. And
Nice.
the gimmick is that they wear these exoskeletons as boxing gear. So they're beating the crap out of each other with like steampunk robot arms.
It's like real steel.
Like real arms.
I was gonna say real steel.
They're wearing boxing gloves still, and it's like all hydraulic, but like one punch could just take someone out.
So it's
That's kind of cool.
One Punch Man arms and real steel.
But this guy ends up going to compete in this world championship boxing thing and gets the real name Joe. Like he picks that out for himself. And they use almost the same art style as Ashita no Joe, and that came out really early. So it's really weird to see like something really old being incorporated in something really new.
That's kind of nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
But that's enough time on those two.
And the last thing we have is
we have two.
First off, there's Agretsuko. Sloats had you added this one to the list.
Yeah.
I actually checked it out even because I don't watch anime. I am a complete anime layman. I have no idea.
Well, you've watched Green Legend Ron, Venus Wars, and Iria, which no one knows what those are.
Exactly. I like all the weird old stuff that was only on the Sci-Fi Channel in the 90s. But this was pretty amazing. Being a metal fan, and I don't know, just I feel like anybody who watches this, you immediately go, "This is me."
Yeah, this
is how I feel.
It's this generation.
It's somebody struggling through daily life, and then basically
using death metal karaoke to
vent her troubles.
Vent the troubles, yeah.
And it's all animals.
Yeah, and there's really nothing to the show. Like
Nothing.
the main character, she just keeps getting crapped on by society. Horrible job, horrible bosses, horrible people in her life who kind of bring her down, and then she uses death metal to like totally get
to vent out her frustration.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
The best part is like Hello Kitty style.
Yeah.
So as soon as it gets into death metal, it's like, what the heck is happening?
It's like really terrifying. And like it's really cutesy and adorable, but they will occasionally like horribly swear and stuff like that in the middle of the death metal tracks. It's it's pretty adorable.
It's beautiful.
And the other big one for me is Lost in Space. I'm on the last episode. I'm about to like watch it.
I watched probably 20 minutes of it, being here, putting the new desk together and everything, and it looked great.
It's as good as any film, of course. I mean, it's just that Netflix money. It does wonderful things.
I think the only thing that didn't look great is the one CG shot of the robot.
No, I mean the robot, it just looks it looks better than the '98 movie. That's all I'll say. Yeah, whatever.
That's a low bar, though.
It's not that low because they had Matt LeBlanc and we don't. So
that's
yeah. But the original Lost in Space show was basically Swiss Family Robinson, but in space, because it was the Robinson family. They get stranded, and the big issue was that there's this guy who's kind of basically the one who caused their problem. His name is Dr. Smith. He's sort of like a con artist, and he kind of manipulates everybody and tries to bring them all down and stuff. So they that was the major story of the old one. The new one, they kind of bring it in there. Instead of the robot being a part of the ship, the robot's now an alien who lived on the planet that they crashed on. And Dr. Smith is now a woman who actually assumed the identity of the real Dr. Smith. So still the con artist, still manipulating and stuff. But this one's way more about like their immediate issues with trying to survive, because multiple ships went down. They're trying to get back to their main ship, and so it is really exciting. The characters really it's actually extremely faithful to the old 60s TV show,
cool,
which is awesome. So, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that was the releases for this month. Let's talk about some reveals, and let's talk about the big reveal, but not really a reveal, but a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. So apparently, dev kits from Sony has been sent out to developers, so they can start, I guess, working on stuff for this new technology we don't know anything about.
Yes, and that immediately made. I saw on GameStop, on IGN, I saw headlines go up, PS5 rumors, and so everyone just. Yeah, it died really quickly.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything about this. Like, I just must have missed out a day, and then it just disappeared.
I saw the rumors. I saw it get posted as rumors, but I didn't see really anything else. And I think we should talk about that because of the time we live in now. Do we need a new PlayStation?
Well, it's been 5 years, and the old system generation was 5 to 6 years. So it is about time. It doesn't really feel like it.
No,
because I feel like we're only just starting to get actual PS4 games now.
Right. Yeah, especially with the Pro. It's like the PS 4.5, and that's only been out for like what, 2 years?
Yeah, but
do you include that as like an extension to the console? Does it lengthen the generation?
No, because this happens every time. There's always some new iteration of the console. How many different versions of the PS2 were there?
Just the Slim and the regular, right?
There were 2 different Slims.
2 different Slims, really?
Yeah, there were 2 different Slim versions of the PS2.
But the only thing like this we've had ever that actually upgraded the abilities of the console were like probably in the handheld, arena.
You're right.
The old PSPs actually did have like upgrades to them, and then the DS to the DSi, and then the 3DS to
the 3DS, the new 3DS. Yeah.
So like that's the only like thing we really have to go off of for because the consoles never really upgraded their abilities.
But you also have to think of. I mean, the Xbox One X is fairly new, right? That's within a year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Usually when you think of the bridging of the next generation, you'd think that they would go hand in hand of Sony and Microsoft. Like, the only one who's really strayed from pushing the next generation would be Nintendo.
Well, there's always somebody who's an outlier. Because with the PS2, Xbox, GameCube generation, the PS2 was out a year before the GameCube and Xbox was.
Okay.
And then the Xbox 360 was out a year before the Wii and PS3 were. And then Nintendo ruined everything with the Wii U and the Switch, and now I don't know. I don't know where they sit. But
I don't know what generation we're in anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think that's maybe the point that, especially with the way Xbox has handled their backwards compatibility. Punk, what was the situation with that?
They do an amazing job, actually. You can literally play a game on 3 different generations of consoles: original Xbox, 360, and Xbox One. So if you system link them together and play like Halo 2. You can all play together.
That's amazing.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know how many people... I mean, I have all 3 of those, but I don't know how many people are like... I mean, if we ever do a LAN party up and I'm bringing the original
That's how we
Xbox,
have to do it. Yeah.
I'm doing it. Like, Punk can bring his one,
right?
And I have a 360 as well. You guys can use it. I'll bring my original, and we'll just link them all together just for the sake of gimmicks.
I would love that.
Yes.
I would love that.
But I think that just kind of addresses the whole idea that right now we're living in a generationless sort of world, and I think that's maybe where we're headed.
Well,
at least I would hope. I mean, even when they announced the Xbox One, like their motto was beyond generations.
So, I mean, we've lived through most of the main generation since Nintendo started.
Yeah.
Which I know is not the first generation, but that's where the modern
Yeah,
gaming
I mean,
landscape
as far as
started.
commercial gaming goes, yeah.
Right. We've seen it where, Nintendo is Super Nintendo. Big upgrade in what was presented to us.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo to N64 and the PlayStation era. Big upgrade. 3D graphics now. N64 to GameCube and PlayStation to PlayStation 2. Big upgrade. There's definitely a difference there. And even PS2 to PS3, GameCube, or not GameCube to Wii, I can't use that as an example. Xbox to 360. There's a big jump, but then 360 to Xbox One, PS3 to PS4, it wasn't so much a graphical upgrade. There was a graphical upgrade, but it wasn't as drastic as it was before.
It wasn't as visual, immediately visually
No,
drastic.
it was processing power and everything.
But it was just as drastic. It's just that now we're kind of hitting the point where
We're hitting the peak of where that gap actually is.
Yeah.
Right.
Realism, only goes so far, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is it.
PS5,
We're here.
4D experience comes
Yeah.
with a Febreze emitter, backlight, it's gonna come
And
with
a
a
guy
rumble
that-
feature you put under your cushion.
A guy that punches you every so often
Yeah,
you get hit.
Yeah, it comes with this dude, Frank. He's-
But that's just it. What can the PS5 do that the PS4 is not doing? Can it make it can it make anything look better?
I think at this point we're getting more into interactive and immersive experiences, whether anyone admits it or not. I mean, for both multiplayer and single player. I think we're getting, for multiplayer, it's more of an experience of connecting with other people. Hence why we're getting all these games that have 100 people in one room now, mag style. You can do that now successfully. And then the single player games like God of War, Uncharted, you have players interacting with surroundings, or the surroundings interacting with the player. I think it's just more of trying to get the player in there. And I see not as much as a push of VR, because VR would be one step, but I think they're trying to find another step into the immersive experience.
Yeah, I think for right now though, the gaming public is in love with viral experiences though too. Overwatch when it came out lasted. I feel like it's died down a little now.
A little, but they're still very
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, but the deal is that people who play Overwatch will play Overwatch for eternity from here on out.
Yeah, I have a friend.
I just think that's the way it is, and I feel like the same thing goes with serious Minecraft players. I think people who grew up on it will just continue to play it, and that's their game. And then with this whole Fortnite thing going on,
I'm
I
sure
feel
there's
like
people that just play Fortnite.
yeah, and then that's all they will ever play, and that game will be associated with gaming, into the future. So my thing is though, if we leave behind a console generation, how do we take care of those people who still play those games that have those huge,
Just the following
communities behind them?
I mean, the one way to do it is to keep backwards compatibility in it and be able to carry all that over into the next console. But then it
PlayStation's had a shoddy, history of that at best.
Yeah.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Hearing that the Xbox One, I can system link an original Xbox at 360 to it and play Halo 2 with all my friends. Great.
Yeah, they treat it more like a PC where you're just upgrading parts.
Yeah, whereas PlayStation, I'm sitting here thanks guys. My PS3 used to play PS2 games, but you stopped that.
Yeah.
My PS4 won't play crap except PS4 games.
Oh, you could stream it.
Yeah,
PlayStation
PlayStation
Now.
Yeah, but I have this giant collection of PS1 and PS2 games that I have to play on outdated hardware when they could have just been hey, thanks for supporting us all those years. Be able to play those games. Nope, I'm screwed over.
We're also getting the situation where Sony is not opening up their online gaming to other consoles. I mean, Nintendo, you can play Rocket League with people on PC and Xbox now. Or at least they're working on it. The same thing with other multiplayer games, but Sony has been on record for multiple instances, blocking that off. They don't want their players
The
playing
only
with
times I've
anybody
seen
else.
that they allow it on certain DC Universe Online and Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. I think I
MMO
read something
situations.
too. I can't remember what game it was, but there was a day or two where PS4 and Xbox were playing together. I
It
said,
was a mistake, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was so it's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's literally just because someone
It's
said
literally
no.
just a guard standing at the door.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that was a Rocket League issue, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I think whoever makes it, Psychonauts or whatever they're
Uh-huh.
called.
No, I'm actually, I believe that's what it is. I think it's just a new version of the Pro, or
Yeah.
it's just something that's going to add.
Yeah.
Nothing that.
Something to beat out the X.
Yeah, just like Smash Brothers. It's
Well, I
gonna be
mean-
a new version. It's just like a port.
Sony doesn't really have to beat out the X because they've sold over twice as many
This is
Xbox
true.
One consoles. So
But they want
there's really
something-
nothing to beat.
But they want something more powerful.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. Smash Bros is going to be a port.
No, it's going to be a new game. Shut your mouth! And you guys were having a discussion. I'm like staring at that. How dare you?
I was kind of confused what's happening there. I was like, what did I say? I was like,
No,
oh,
he said it.
I know. I was like, I was looking at him. Like, okay.
Oh, we only have what 1 month, 1.5 months to figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're gonna play it at E3. They're doing
yeah,
a Smash
they said it's
Bros.
completely playable, 100% playable.
So that must mean they already built it before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like it.
Yeah. It'd be easier to do that with a pre.
Yeah, because I mean, like in the 4 years, we can only assume that they only started building it when they announced it, and they didn't start after the new Smash Brothers release. So therefore, it must be a port because I mean,
they were
4
still
years
working
isn't
on
enough to build a game.
making
You
levels and extra
shut your
characters
mouth.
for the
You
for the
shut
last
your
one.
mouth. You're wrong. It's a new game. I bet it all. I bet it all.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the biggest thing ever. Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah,
It's
like
a
you're
new
getting
game.
punished severely.
I don't care. I've already got how many punishes lined up that I'm just waiting to like succumb
We
to.
got a whiteboard.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's a new game. They're not porting this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
It's been 0 days since Smash Bros has been talked about being a port.
Good God.
Anyway.
So let's talk about the actual video game reveals.
Yeah.
for this
So
one.
the first thing that kind of got everybody all excited was a announcement of the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Which was, it was rumored and kind of leaked before that, but now we got an official announcement that September 21st, Spyro Reignited is coming out. And it's Spyro the Dragon, Spyro... Speaking of re-releases, though, the next one, which... Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, officially announced. It will be 2 separate collections.
This July. It's going to be amazing.
This
July, did they say the retail value?
It's $20 per collection.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
For the Switch, you can buy it as one collection for $40, but you only get the first one on cartridge. I
And then
think.
you download it. Why do they do that? Just make a.
I don't know.
We
fit
So,
20
see,
Switch.
Okay.
games.
We talked about this, and I looked it up. I looked at the size of how much the cartridge can hold.
There's still no reason in the world why they
No,
couldn't
there
finish.
absolutely is
Two
because
cartridges in
No,
one
there's
case.
still no reason in the world why they couldn't fit.
No,
it all
there
in there.
is.
Especially because they officially announced that
Skyrim's on one cartridge.
Yeah, Mega Man X3 is the Super Nintendo version, not the PlayStation one.
Okay, that's fine, but I still then argue the second half of the collection, you've got 2 PlayStation 2 games in there,
Which can only be a max of, 7 gigs?
but when you add it all together, it comes borderline to filling it up. And that's just looking at the game sizes, not the extra stuff that's in it. So there's a chance it
What
might
extra
not
stuff
fit.
did they put in?
They added in a new mode where you fight 2 bosses at the same time.
Ooh, that's insane.
Yeah, because they show in the trailer you're fighting Chill Penguin from X1 and Frost Walrus from X4.
But who knows which one that's a part of?
It's true, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Nonetheless, I'm super excited. I will buy this day one. I love pretty much all of the X games, even X7 to an extent.
There's something to enjoy there. Yeah.
And then we have H1Z1 coming to PS4. in
Finally?
May.
Is it actually coming out?
Yeah, May.
Really?
Um,
They announced this I want to say even before the PS4 came out. They
Oh
were
yeah.
like, oh yeah, this
It
game's
was
going to be on the
this
PS4.
huge Sony thing for
Yeah.
H1Z1. I think that was the Just Survive though, not the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Which, if people that don't know, H1Z1 was kind of made kind of like the whole DayZ type of
Yeah.
thing, where you just go in, zombies, whatever, survive, in this open world, a bunch of people, and then they added like the Battle Royale mode, and then the whole zombie thing dropped the name H1Z1, became Just Survive, and then the Battle Royale mode became H1Z1, and now that's finally coming to PS4, and eventually to Xbox One. It's kind of like the same thing with PUBG, with coming out on Xbox One and eventually to PS4. But I'm excited because it's free to play, and I kind of want to play it.
Yeah. And it's been a long time. I mean, they announced this alongside PlanetSide 2 back
Oh
in the
my
early
God.
days. Yeah. So,
Whoa.
it's been a while.
Yeah, and they might even bring over their Auto Royale, which is their new mode.
I saw that.
Yeah, where it's like you're in a car with either 2 or 4 people
It's a battle
driving
royale
around.
where you're just a car.
Yeah.
And you're like repairing the car as it gets damaged, and you're shooting loot boxes to get guns.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's Mad Max.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. And you have like your people with you, one driver who's like dropping mines or like smoke behind you, driving around. Everyone else is like shooting everybody and everything
Yeah.
like that. It's actually really cool.
That could be cool. Yeah.
Speaking of Battle Royale modes, Black Ops 4 will release without a single-player campaign, and instead it will be replaced with a Battle Royale mode.
Well, the single-player campaign would be... I think they kind of said something about, like, a co-op mode. So I'm going to suggest that it's going to be a little bit more like a CG kind of thing.
A what?
Like, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, you said
kind of thing.
CG?
CG.
I thought you meant it's gonna be like.
Can I make up a new word?
What?
Can I make up a word?
No, it's fine. It's just it sounded like CG.
Oh yeah, CG.
Yeah.
No, a CG kind of thing.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah. Because I mean, why even call it Black Ops 4 if you're not going to have any story?
Yeah, you might as well call it Call of Duty.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's kind of strange.
They call it that to make money because people are going to buy it for the Black Ops name.
This is true.
Is there going to be a Royale mode with zombies?
Probably.
I can see it.
You know what? It's going to be like Fortnite where there's the co-op mode that's a horde mode with zombies, and then it's going to have the Battle Royale mode in it. It's basically going to be Fortnite with a Black Ops skin on it.
Isn't that just Call of Duty? Putting a skin on any other shooter?
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Oh boy.
We'll get. You know what? We'll get to the whole like Battle Royale thing in a little bit because we'll save that for our second discussion point.
Which
Yeah.
we'll also talk about Battlefield 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 getting Battle Royale modes.
Yes.
But anyways,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is really interesting. Who found this information out? This is crazy. Yeah,
that was
really?
me. I'm raising my hand like everyone can see me. Like,
yeah.
hey.
Punk, but like the Switch version of Minecraft is going to have Xbox Live achievements.
Yes.
Now-
So, as the one thing I dislike about the Switch,
Whoa.
remember about
Oh,
our
man, it's almost
year
like
of the
they heard
Switch?
you.
Yeah, right. They don't have achievements in any of the games.
Yes,
But-
I do. I already told you, Bayonetta has a
Okay,
Lame.
one game, but
Lame.
anyways.
2 games.
Well, now 2.
Bayonetta
Well,
1
now
and 2.
3.
Oh,
A lot of games have achievements built in. So.
yeah, but that's just the game. It's
Yeah,
the
don't worry about
okay.
it. Yeah.
So Microsoft bought Mojang just because it's Minecraft and they wanted to own it. So they released Minecraft on the Switch, and you can now get these achievements, which will be linked to your Xbox Live account.
It seems so weird.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, it's not for the Switch; it's for Xbox. So you can get these achievements for your Xbox Live account.
Is it going to count as the same as the achievements that you've already gotten for the Xbox One, or is it going to count?
I'm going to suggest no because
Yeah.
the Switch version's different. and has its
Right.
own
So I'm
stuff.
assuming it's going to have its own achievement list for Minecraft Switch.
I almost have it platinumed on my PS4 with all the packs, everything.
Nice.
Except for the stupid multiplayer stuff you have to do. Like, they have like a random roulette
Yeah.
games that you have to like win 5 in a row or something like that. And I don't know any of these games, so I don't bother with it.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's literally just a way for kids to get more gamer scores.
It seems just a way to like shame Nintendo. It's like bad. We're gonna give all of your fans something you can't give them.
or won't.
Yeah, or won't. Yeah. It's
Or it's teasing Microsoft players and saying, hey, you want to increase that gamer score?
Yeah,
Get a
in a way,
Switch.
it's
Get
increasing-
Minecraft.
Yeah.
that means the only way you could get the maximum gamer score possible is to also own a Switch.
It's
Yeah.
almost like Microsoft and Nintendo working together to be like, okay, Nintendo fans, get an Xbox now so you
Right.
can get the other
It seems
achievements.
like there's some
And
sort of branch of that because I mean, earlier said you could play Rocket League with
Yeah,
Switch and
together.
Xbox players,
Right.
and now,
You know what? That would make a really unlikely pair up right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
You know?
yeah.
That'd be weird.
Especially given that Sony started because it was working with Nintendo, and now Nintendo's like, no, we're gonna work.
And now that I think about it, the Kinect is kind of a very Nintendo-y thing.
It was.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's say
And it was
not
only
it
implemented.
is.
Yeah. So, very interesting. Very interesting.
Maple Story 2 is coming to the West.
I don't know if anyone cares about it. I just saw it and I threw it in
I mean,
there.
it's an announcement.
Yeah.
It's an MMO. It's really cutesy,
Yeah.
cartoony style. It's a Korean game that started in 2015.
Yep.
It used to be advertised everywhere on the internet, and people should probably try it. It is fun. I'm pretty sure it's free, right?
I don't know. I didn't really look too much
Maple
into
Story
it, unfortunately.
1 took over when it came out.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering the right game properly.
Yeah. Then after that, we have Serious Sam 4 Planet Badass.
It was a teaser trailer.
Cool.
Yeah.
We haven't had a Serious Sam game in a long time.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think people still wanted it.
I think after the success of things like Doom and Wolfenstein, where you got very arcadey shooters,
Yeah.
it's time to bring some of them
And
back.
Bubsy 3D.
It's not an arcade shooter.
Well, no, but it's an old game coming back.
It's also not arcadey at all.
Well, it could be.
And it
No.
came back and no
What
one
is
cares.
You can only play it in small
Why?
amounts.
Why?
No one cares. No one cares about Bubsy 3D.
You can put any game you want in an arcade cabinet.
So the Destiny 2 second expansion. I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, I mean, I got the season pass, so I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
play
get
Same.
it too.
so-
So
Same.
here's the deal, though. Pants. I mean, are you actually gonna like get this? Are you gonna play with us?
Oh yeah, because in all honesty, after the first DLC came out, we played it so much.
You can save money on the expansion pass right now. I think it's on sale on PSN.
I tried to trade in Destiny 2.
Oh, whoa!
I did. You know why I didn't?
Huh.
Because on PlayStation 4, it trades in at GameStop for $4.
Wow.
The Xbox One version traded in for like 8 to 10.
Yeah, what's that about?
Well, that's because there's a million copies of the PlayStation 4 one sitting back
Well,
there.
you gotta play it on PlayStation 4 first.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I don't know if I'm going to play it or not. I have no ambition to play it.
I'm actually kind of excited for it because it's bringing back like a survival type of mode, which they introduced kind of with Prison of Elders and with the was it Fallout King?
Oh, isn't it like 6v6? Isn't that what it is or no?
No,
That might be the
They brought
PvP.
yeah, PvP.
But I'm talking about when you're at the what is it like?
it is-
Escalation Protocol.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of like what I can't. What was
Prison
the
of
last?
Elders was the horde thing.
Yeah.
Right. But it's a lot like on the Dreadnought where you went to I forget what it was called, but it was like a shrine for Oryx or whatever, and you summon. You kind of do that on Mars now. You just go up. You can just trigger it whenever you want to with your fire team, whoever's random, and just fire it up, and it'll be like hordes of hive coming at you, like 10 waves.
Wow.
And then there's like a boss at the end, which changes I think every week.
Cool. And
You
it
get
gives
some-
you an RNG roll of the only thing that he can drop. And
Yeah.
wait next week for 4 weeks until he's back.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that looks fun. I mean, I'm excited and excited to see what the story is. They're introducing a new character.
Hopefully it's a little longer than the last character.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Chance. Are you that disenfranchised?
I just,
with
in
it
all
all?
honesty, it was something I didn't realize till a couple weeks ago that I missed out on the first DLC. No one talked about it because I remember
Because the first DLC was a disappointment, and,
Yeah, it was.
and
It was just really short.
Lots of issues.
But with Destiny 1, every time something new happened, it was all of us saying, "Hey, let's get on there and play it." And the first DLC hit, and I never heard from anybody about it at all. And so I sat there going, "I didn't buy the season pass. I don't have it. Guess I don't need to download it." And I never did.
well, when it came out, like Mario
talked about
Odyssey
this
dropped, and like I don't know, there were so many other cool things going on at the time.
And to be honest, I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out upcoming now that I don't know if I really want to play it anymore or not. I stopped playing it. I didn't look for any of the other caches or anything or whatever they were
bad.
called. Lost Sectors.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got them all.
Same.
But next, this popped up just a couple days ago. Dragalia Lost, which I don't know if I'm saying that right, but
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's an action RPG being co-developed by Nintendo and Cygames. So Nintendo is developing this, but it's only a mobile game.
So it's for the Switch?
Nope, just phones, just phones, and it's completely original. This is not like a Nintendo property that's existed or it's
So
crossing.
it's like a
over
whole new
like-
IP just for phones.
Yes.
Wow.
That I didn't know what it was at first. I watched the trailer. It's kind of cutesy. It reminds me of the style of Bravely Default or the Final Fantasy 3D games that came out in DS, and then it was just an action RPG with its own kind of style. And then at the end, it's like, oh, it's a mobile game. Hashtag mobile gaming.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Game Freak and Nintendo trademark Ultra Shiny.
Literally no details.
Great. More.
That's just.
Well, that means they just trademarked it, so there could be a type of Pokemon, like if they.
Yeah,
have
I think
shiny-
it's just-
Pokemon, a new game title.
Yeah.
My guess is that now you'll be able to get shiny versions of the Ultra Beasts.
I thought you could already do that through coding.
Probably coding, but I don't think you could actually do it in game without messing with it. Like you
Yeah,
can't-
but if it was a way that a player could get it through any means, you think they would have trademarked it a while ago. Maybe it's like
I think
a
now there's
marketing
going to be
thing.
legitimate ways to get them in the game. Nintendo Switch president, Iwata's successor, becomes the executive advisor, and then Shuntaro Furukawa is the new president. He's from outside the company. He was the director of the Pokemon Company, but we knew that the current president was only there for the interim. Like right after Iwata, it was like we need somebody to step in. He stepped in.
Oversaw like the launch of the Switch and everything, and was actually the Switch profits are up 500% from over a year ago.
That's
Or
crazy.
That's awesome.
So
Absolutely
Nintendo's kicking lots of butt.
Right, and the president who's stepping in now from the Pokemon Company, he's been quoted as saying he worked with Iwata. He's been, working with Nintendo for a long time, and he always shared the ideas of it's all about fun, and he has some good ideas for it, and he's ready to step up.
Nice.
Cool.
Speaking of the Switch sales, the Switch currently has sold 17.79 million units, and it's been
that was like announced a couple days ago. Like that was their final quarter.
so a little
Cool.
over a year. That's great.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Then you have the PS4, 79 million.
Yep.
It's crazy.
That's
they really need to
nuts.
rush out a new console, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In today's world, and they're still dominate. Like every other month, it's Switch or PS4 on top for top selling.
Kicking
So
butt.
like people are still buying PS4s. A lot of people bought PS4s for God of War this past month too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
That's what you gotta do. You gotta release games that people want to buy, unlike Xbox.
Which,
yeah.
funny enough, Xbox was the only one. Well, Microsoft didn't release an exact number of sales for the quarter. I could only find an estimate. It was 25 to 30 million. So I put 30 in the notes just to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that says something though when the Switch is over halfway to that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
In
a
1
year,
year.
yeah.
the Switch is just under the GameCube now for all-time sales.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's like you said, like Xbox has no exclusives. And I actually read an article that I didn't put in here. I forget if it was this month or last month, but I've read that Microsoft was actually inquiring to purchase EA.
I mean,
They kind of need to now to just stay
Yeah,
afloat.
because
I
they
mean,
want exclusives.
it'll be really weird to see them go that way, but they might actually be the company to go Sega and just make games and stuff
Right.
from here on out.
what, Microsoft?
Yeah.
I think they're too into building strong hardware just because of computers, but they could just phase it into just computer gaming.
Exactly, but like the Xbox platform on PC could actually be like the killer thing that they needed.
Yeah.
So I kind of maybe see that being maybe like a focus of the future. They have their hardware out there right now, but if they can have just a platform on PC, that would create something people could actually develop for more easily and stuff as well.
And I know I talk a lot about, or I've said it in groups here, where I don't have any urge to buy an Xbox One because there's no games to play on it. I still respect the hardware. It's some great hardware out there, and if there were games to play on, I'd love to have one.
There would have been a really awesome one, Scalebound, but it's gone.
I would have snagged that the day it came out. Platinum Games,
Right?
I love everything they do, but Microsoft nixed it. They just cut it down, and it looks so cool.
Right.
I wish it would come back in some capacity.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Nintendo will pick it up like they did Bayonetta. They're like, you know what? We'll make it. Hey, Nintendo's done it in the past.
Whatever.
And then the last console we have is, of course, the SNES Classic, which has sold 5.28 million.
Yeah, it's just Nintendo's cheap cash grab.
Yeah, it's insane.
The hardware on it has to be $5 to make.
Half of us own one.
They're 20-year-old games.
Yeah.
They sold it for $80.
Well, Star Fox 2's on it.
And in all honesty, unless you have a Wii U, there's no other great way to play most of these games.
Yeah.
Because there's no virtual console on the Switch.
Yeah, but it was a perfect scheme, and they did it effectively.
The system does work really well.
Oh no, it's awesome. No, I'm just being cynical, but like
No.
I love it.
There's a good reason to be cynical because it is.
I think
$80.
we've posted more footage of our SNES Classic on our channel than anything so far.
That's because we're old. And
You can't even put a cartridge in it.
No.
That's the only reason I didn't get it.
But you can mod it, so people have modded the other thing and thrown emulators in.
Oh, yeah?
And you can even get them to like sit next to all the legit games that are on it as well.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's really cool, and you can use all the same cloud save or not cloud save, but like save state stuff.
Speaking of modding and stuff, there was an article that people are hacking into their Nintendo Switches.
Yeah, finally.
It's a processor issue, so Nintendo can't release a patch to fix it.
Yeah,
They found a way to hack the thing, and they've even
there's
said,
no
like,
way to. It's not going to brick that way either or anything.
No.
It's completely perfectly. Yeah.
It was going to happen.
Yeah.
They always find a way.
But talk about the SNES Classic kind of sparked my memory a little bit. Wasn't there a Sega Classic coming out or announced this month?
There was a Mega Drive Classic, which is the Sega Genesis.
Right.
That got officially announced.
Is that the SNK people? They were announcing something about making a hardware for an anniversary for Sega or something.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't really look too much into it.
I just remembered seeing it.
Well, mainly because every time they've announced one, it has been like a really cruddy, like
Yeah.
like,
But it's always
was
been-
it What Games or whatever
I
who
have
made the other
I have
ones?
The throwback console, the original Sega Genesis one. It's like half the size of the SNES Classic, and you get the wireless Genesis controllers.
Yeah, it's the hardware's been crap every time they released it
You can
before.
still
but
put cartridges in it.
you can, but this is
You can
this
go
is-
walk into any FYE right now, and they have something that you
Yeah.
can get Sega console related.
Yeah.
And some of them even play the cartridges.
It's true.
But so it is kind of cool, but there's never been a good implementation of it yet.
No.
All right.
So let's talk about the big thing that we need to talk about now,
Yeah.
and that's Battle Royale games, because now we've had how many in this discussion that we said, oh, they're going Battle Royale.
I mean, I know we discussed this last month
Yeah, last
too.
month it was
Yeah. See,
But
See, my argument is that when I think about like how I used to imagine future games when I was a kid. I would be like, oh, wouldn't it be cool one day if there's a war game and you're all like on a battlefield and like if you get shot you like die, you know, and like that's it. You know, but like, yeah, I mean, like it sounds, but you know, but just the idea, and I don't think it ever really worked before this because when people want to play, they want to play. When you die, you want to get right back into the game and get the guy back who got you, and you know, hence the Call of Duty and Battlefields of the last 15 years. But this seems to be actually working now for the first time ever. You know, that people are actually enjoying playing a game where it's one shot, you're dead, and you know, it's still fun for them to play.
Well, I think half of the reason also is when you're dead, you can just back out and start a new game.
Well, yeah,
you don't have to wait for the whole match like older games. I think older games you have to wait.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's just, even with games where, like in Siege or Destiny or something, if you're dead in those game modes. You gotta wait for your friends to either win or lose, and that can take 10 minutes. You have to wait out the timer.
Okay, I have a question about the most popular Battle Royale games out there right now, Fortnite and PUBG. Is there any sense of progression in that game that matters at all to the gameplay?
Your win count. So
Yeah.
so the like when I hear younger people talk about it, they talk how many wins do you have?
No,
how many squad
that's
wins
not what
do
I
you
mean.
have?
That's not what I
No,
mean.
no, but I don't think there's any more investment in the game other than
progression's all
that.
cosmetic.
Yeah,
That's
all it
what
is.
I was looking for. Like,
Yeah.
do you get anything for
No,
No, it's all
no,
cosmetic.
but the glory of playing comes from having a high count. So it's literally just bragging rights.
I think
No,
some
no,
of the
okay.
I think some
Yeah.
of the appeal to these battle royale games is that no matter how many times you play it, no matter who you play with it, even if you play over and over and over again, it's always a different experience.
Right.
There's that, and the fact that it is kind of an even playing ground because no one's got that one weapon that's like, oh, you've played so much that you've unlocked this super powerful
Right.
weapon. That and so the two most popular battle royale games are PUBG and more so Fortnite. I hear more people talking about Fortnite.
Absolutely.
Why?
It's free.
Yeah.
That's
we
why.
said that last month.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still sticking with that the reason Fortnite's so popular, I don't think necessarily is the fact that it's like that mode. It's the fact that it's free. And there's really you don't have to invest any money in it. Cuz you're not going to get any upgrades to your guns, you're not going to get any upgrades to anything else. You can just go in and play for free.
Yeah, it's not like one of those games where like if I paid to play Fortnite Battle Royale, say like I would get specific guns or a start out than the people who were playing it for free. It'd be a completely.
It's not pay
it would
to win.
not be. Yeah, it would not be as popular.
Yeah, it's not pay to
Not
win.
by far.
It's just free to play, and you can get pretty much the entire game experience of the Battle Royale Fortnite mode for free.
Yep.
PUBG's free on mobile.
I know, but that's another thing. It's not free on Xbox One, right?
No, it's like 40.
Yeah, something like that. It's
Yeah.
still alpha, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You paid for an alpha.
But I think that's why you see so many people talking about Fortnite is everybody has access to it.
Yep.
Like you can just it's on mobile, it's free, it's on PlayStation 4, it's free. It's just free to play this mode, and you don't have to invest any money.
I think are they ever intending on making it not free?
Fortnite? I think I've heard rumors about it.
Because I
but
think that's when it will die. I think.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll have a
But they
free
probably
version.
realize that though, and they probably realize if they ever released anything more to it, like another map or another whatever, that might also destroy the kind of lightning in a bottle that they've got here.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're making all their money off the loot boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Which brings me to this idea that Battlefield 5, Black Ops 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, they're adding in these Battle Royale modes. I know they're trying to cash in, seeing that Fortnite, PUBG, all those games are doing really, really well, but I think they're missing the point.
Yeah.
That Fortnite's free, PUBG's free on mobile. The reason people are playing these so much is they can get this experience with no investment, no monetary investment, and you can just play. I think they're kind of missing the point because we know these games aren't, that's not going to be free. You're going to have to buy the game to get the mode.
Well, then all of them will be smart to release a free version. So, like, maybe it's stupid to think about it, but you know how there's like Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah.
And then I foresee not necessarily this upcoming Red Dead Redemption, but like why not release the online version of your game for free? You might bring more people into the main game, even though people will buy it anyway.
Right, and then do the same idea as Fortnite, where everybody's on the same ground, like the same playing field, but you can charge money for cosmetics, for loot boxes. Like just charge money for that. People are paying money for that.
Yeah.
It
Not in
isn't-
Belgium anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they banned it in Belgium.
Oh,
Loot
yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
Woo.
I saw that.
which might change a lot of stuff going forward now on that too.
I certainly hope so. I'm not a fan of loot boxes. Like it's fine that I don't personally buy them, but I mean, I guess as a marketing thing, if I'm getting DLC for free, I can't really complain because other people are buying it.
Yeah, we're not 12 years old though, so.
Yeah. No, there's some people with an actual problem with loot boxes.
Yeah, and to be fair, there is something to be said about that kind of thing though, where you get like a box and you're like, oh, what could be inside?
Right.
Yeah.
Like there is a thrill to that, but playing Xenoblade 2 where I'm unlocking blades, like I can do that for free. I'm not paying any money for that and I get the thrill, but I'm not going to drop like money on any loot boxes in a game.
But we're also just more mature, and you know, the reason why it's probably a shady business practice is that they are selling it specifically to kids probably.
Yeah.
Like it's something that really mainly like, you know, appeals to younger people and you're gouging them. You know.
That's why young people love watching unboxing videos on
Yeah.
YouTube, and I just don't care.
There's some streamers that they'll get donations from fans or like ask for donations, and all they're doing for the entire stream is opening loot boxes for all these games, like or like the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Like if you're getting donations, watch me unpack 50 packs all at once. And they do that, and people just donate money as they do it, so they'll open just one more before they go off, stop streaming. It's insane.
I don't get it.
It's twisted.
We could be making a lot of money right now.
Give me $5 and I'll buy a loot box. Guys.
I don't want to be someone we're not.
Yeah.
I want to be just a bunch of old guys sitting around talking about video games and playing them for fun.
We need more we need more trendy haircuts.
You're over 21 now. You're old.
Yeah. We need more trendy haircuts, and we need
frosted tips.
Yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Dr. Pants.
And we need an attractive lady here as well.
Oh yeah, because all the streamers online are attractive ladies.
Well, no, but like, you know, it doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't hurt.
Well, Twitch has more guidelines now on that stuff. You can't have a camera that's at a higher angle at a specific way because they're getting rid of. They're trying to wean out all the female streamers who would just show their cleavage to get views and stuff. So now they have a dress code. And they also have
a dress code.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not extreme.
That's a little.
Their dress code
here's
dress code's really ambiguous.
Here's me like in my feminism. It's a little sexist.
No, it's for both. For men.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Everyone. It's a flat line, and it's like the dress code.
So swole guys couldn't post their workouts on Twitch.
Yeah, like, not anymore.
No,
probably not.
I mean, if it goes both ways, then we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it absolutely goes both ways.
Okay,
but
that makes
sense. The stipulation is something you would wear to the mall or something.
Okay.
Like that's like it's still ambiguous.
So pajama pants are okay.
Yeah.
What?
So pajama pants are okay.
Yeah, you can wear pajama pants.
Brutal.
Cool.
Yeah, why not? But yeah, and then it's also you can't have like the high angle that accentuates anything. But I mean, it's both positive and negative because now you're having a bunch of like these sour guys going to like all these female channels and like harassing them of like technically your angle is too high and like yeah, no, they're literally going out like.
Wow.
Trying to be Twitch vigilantes, but really they're just not being nice people.
Fair enough.
To put it lightly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let's end the monthly wrap up with what all of us have actually played, because we'll sit here and talk about games, but let's show that we're actually gamers and talk about what we've done.
I mean, I need to re-earn my status as a gamer. Last month I talked about my games being. Last month I beat Ratchet and Clank. This month I said I was going to beat 3 games, but I only made 1. I beat Mario Odyssey finally.
Yeah, you beat that at the beginning of the month because you beat it on the way to Techo.
On the way to Techo I beat it.
Nice.
So it was a nice car ride.
It's a pretty decent ending. Like it's pretty epic and stuff. Yeah.
And I'm still playing Dragon Quest VIII.
That'll be next month's game. Yeah.
Well, Fighters definitely. I'm almost done with that.
Nice.
Like literally, if I wanted to, I could have just binged that last night. But instead, I watched you guys play A Way Out. So.
What's the new DLC character for Fighter Z?
Oh, the new DLC character is going to be, for those who watch Super, it's Zamasu, but he's fused with Goku. So it's another Goku.
Nice.
Okay,
Cool.
But he has green skin and white hair.
Cool.
That's
But I mean, for those of you who are sick of Goku characters like myself, I mean, come on.
But Dragon Ball is nothing but Goku. Yeah. For me, I spent a lot of the month playing a lot of RPGs. I played Xenoblade 2 a lot. I got the season pass for it, finally, because I wanted the DLC. I got the first new rare blade that came with the season pass, the Poppy Buster, which is awesome. It's awesome. For anybody who's a fan of Gurren Lagann, it's basically a mech from that, and I'm so excited. I'm playing through Persona 5 again.
Why?
Because I
know why.
Time.
I know why.
Because number one, it's fun. Number two, this is the first game I've gotten that I said, I want to perfect this game. I want to get the platinum trophy and say I've done everything. The hardest part is going to be the Persona Compendium. That's going to be the hardest part. But I'm working through it. I downloaded Blossom Tales on the Switch, which I heard about by listening to Arlo's videos. And it's basically a link to the past.
Ooh, now I have my attention.
Yeah, it's you know, the old school style, very smooth animation, and they actually make a joke right in the beginning because the story is it's a grandfather telling his 2 children a story. And he's like, oh, did I ever tell you the story of the elf boy from the Kingdom of House?
I was literally just going to ask you that. Is it one of those cheeky Legend of Zelda ripoffs that make reference to Legend of Zelda?
They say
they all do it.
He says that, and the kids stop and is like, no, we're tired of that one. Go on. And then he tells the story of Lily, and it's basically Zelda. But it is fun. The puzzles are really cool. But my game of the month, and I only played it twice because we binged it both times, was A Way Out, which we've talked about in our pre-order episode, which is coming up, and I'm sure we talked about it at another point.
Couch co-op.
Couch co-op, we talked about it. The game was not amazing. It is not like one. It's not ever going to be in my top 10, but there's a reason we played it for like 6 hours the first day.
It was compelling. It was fun.
The gameplay was fun.
Yeah.
It changes as the game goes. It was not the same game from beginning to end.
No, every section is very different from the last one.
I mean, it does start off as a prison break, which was the least interesting part of the game.
Yeah, by a long shot. Had the fewest... Actually, basically had no choices.
Yeah, and then every chapter kind of has a choice where you can do one thing or the other. Spoilers, maybe, but the first choice is, do you knock out a cop and steal his car to drive across the bridge, or do you sneak under the bridge stealthily to, like, get away? And, like, you pick one, and we kind of figured out that it basically leads to the same place.
Yeah. But it's just the process of getting to that place.
Yeah, it's what kind of gameplay do you want out of it.
Yeah.
And the ending surprised me. We finished it last night.
It was kind of what I expected, but, like, not implemented the way I thought it would be. And it was actually surprisingly cool.
It was. It was very exciting and
heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
One thing I love about the game, like I've only played a little bit of it, is all the little things you can do throughout the thing. Like I just stopped.
Hammer a board.
Yeah, hammer a board. I stopped to play a guitar for a little bit.
So apparently that's how you get all the trophies and achievements in that game because we got a trophy for me fixing the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And then we got a trophy for playing the arcade game together.
Yeah.
But that's like it. So there's got to be all kinds of other stuff to do that has nothing to do with the story. But it was fun. It was my game of the month. It was a lot of fun, but it apparently has very little replay value.
Yeah, it definitely does. I maybe playing it with new people. I think we mentioned before.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is kind of like a singular experience. It could be they could make another one at some point. New characters, new situations, more choices would be fun, and maybe multiple scenarios would be like a kind of a cool change to it as well.
It could. Reading what the creator of the game said, though, he didn't create it to be like this replay value kind of game. He made it to tell a story to have an impact at the end.
Okay.
So the choices have really no impact on the end of the game.
So it was just made to be like a singular experience. That's interesting.
Yeah, which is...
but to make it more gamey, that's the kind of stuff I would like to see, I guess. To make it more of like something I could keep playing.
Yeah.
My stuff this month, I beat Celeste.
Was it good?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna 100% it. I'm going back through. I'm finding every little strawberry. That's what you collect in the game. Strawberries.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was a turn of phrase.
No, it wasn't an innuendo at all. No, you collect strawberries. But basically, every branching path in the game takes you to like a really difficult puzzle where you have to do something crazy, and then you get strawberries. It's easy. But I'm making my way through that. It's awesome. And as much as I said last month, there was no story. There was a story. It just slowly revealed itself throughout.
Was the story good?
Yeah, it was all just, it's basically what you expect. She's climbing up a mountain. It's a metaphorical journey for her, journey through, I'm guessing, depression and anxiety and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think that's what a metaphor for, but blah, that's me. I've also been playing Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Yeah, 1997 for the win.
I mean, I love Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
They released it for Steam, I think, a couple months ago. But I bought the 2-pack of the first one and the second one, Seeds of Evil.
I love the second one
on Steam, and wow, But you know what? I'm actually playing through it without cheats for the very first time. I'm three quarters of the way through the game, and I'm loving it.
I watched you play one of the boss fights last night. Yeah. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and I'm actually good at it. I never thought I would actually. So it's the kind of game that you have to, play to, I guess, to enjoy. It's open world levels. You have to find these keys to keep on, going through. You don't have to find anything if you don't want to, but then you won't progress, of course. But it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So much good stuff. And my game of the month, of course, is God of War, because it's the best thing ever.
We already talked about that.
Yeah, so
it's really good.
Play God of War. Yeah, everybody here, play God of War at some point. I Uncharted never really got me.
It might just be a setting kind of thing.
Maybe. Last of Us just doesn't interest me at all.
It's a slow burn to start, and it just does not grip me at all.
And I really enjoyed Horizon Zero Dawn, and the closest thing I would say to it is like that. And the gameplay is very similar.
I've heard the parallels are like, it's Horizon Zero Dawn, except you get to be up close and just beat the crap out of
yeah.
it. Instead of,
And I feel like the action sequences are so much more focused and visceral.
It's really visceral.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, so much customization. I don't even show any of the customization stuff. There's so many things you can unlock.
I mean, that's really cool. I wanted to play it.
Yeah.
I want to try the combat.
The game's got to be 30, 40 hours because of all the skill tree stuff you can unlock.
Oh, wow.
It has to be because I'm 10 hours in and I feel like I've only hit storyline-wise, I only made it to the first other place other than where I was to start.
Wow.
So it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it, and everybody should play it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing it. I just recently started, and I agree, it's amazing. But mostly, I mean, I've been playing a little bit of Sea of Thieves, which I'm still having fun with that, just doing the same thing over and over and over again.
I was going to say, I heard it's really shallow.
Yeah, but it's still fun. I mean, just...
Have you seen the Kraken yet?
No, I've only gone... Because I think the Kraken only really comes out to, bigger ships of, 4-man crew. I'm only usually there with one other person just sailing along. So I mean, you can still see it. It's just not as often, which is kind of sad because we're always looking around. We'll hear a noise. We're like, "What's that? What is it?"
There's probably some sort of coding that's it's probably just something that's a lot easier to take down with more people.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But
a buddy of mine told me about it, and the first time they played, they got the Kraken, and they were
awesome.
And they were super freaked out because they had no idea what to do.
Yeah, because
and nobody there had experienced it yet, so everybody was just freaking out.
Yeah, and it even picks you up and throws you off the ship and everything like that. It's intense. But I've played a little bit of Monster Hunter Worlds. It's okay.
I haven't tried it yet.
I hear it's better with other people.
Yeah,
I love Monster Hunter, so I still gotta dive deep into it. So maybe we'll.
There we go. That sounds good.
Yeah.
What's the biggest party you can have in that?
4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, all 4 of us.
So
why don't we get it?
Wow.
I mean, if it goes on sale, I will pick it up, and if we
aren't game day sales or something coming up soon or whatever? Or?
They don't tell us. Probably. It might even be on sale right now.
Yeah.
Probably no.
Yeah.
I'll look after this.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the games of the month for Sony and Xbox?
Next month?
For next month?
Yeah.
Like the PS Plus ones?
Yeah.
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls and Rayman Legends
Yes.
on PlayStation Plus.
Rayman Legends, that's right.
Yep.
Definitely get that. Yeah.
What about the Xbox? Do we know?
They probably announced it. I don't remember.
I think I saw a rumor of what the one was, but I don't remember it. But I know.
I don't know if they were announced. We should mention it. That's all.
Yeah, we probably should, but I don't remember.
But anyways, my game of the month, Far Cry 5.
I want to play it.
It's so good. I think I just completed the first area of it. I'm waiting on a buddy of mine to actually start playing it together at the co-op because the full game is co-op, not just certain missions and stuff like that.
But didn't we discuss before that the person who plays it on someone else's
you don't get
the
progression. You don't get the story progression. You get everything else, which is nice. The unlocks and everything like that. What's that?
Do you get the trophies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh well, then that sounds good.
Yeah, it's not as
really
bad.
no big of a deal. It's
yeah,
really not a big
but
deal.
I mean, it's gonna be fun to take down settlements and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, co-op definitely.
Yeah.
Is it just one other person, or can it be
one other person? Okay. But I think you also get the guns for hire and fangs for hire, which is an extra AI character that kind of helps you out. One's in a plane, you can drop bombs and stuff like that for you.
Is it one of those co-op stories where you're both the same person, or is it integrated?
This is actually the first Far Cry where you create your own character. It's a little bit of character creation, you just one of 5 faces. There's a couple hairstyles and color.
when you get to an area and a person's like giving you exposition or story, are they like looking at just one of you, or is it like do they change the you into both of you, or like?
I don't know. I haven't played the co-op yet, so I have no idea.
Because that always breaks things. If you're playing like Halo co-op,
yeah,
or co-op game, they like stare at player 1 and player 2 is just like running around doing whatever. It always refers to both of you as one person.
Yeah.
On a side note, I'd like to give it to Destiny, where every time you had a cutscene, it just showed your character.
Yeah.
Although,
As if you were alone.
Exactly.
It didn't bother me until Destiny 2, where it's like, there's one Guardian who's got his power back, and I'm sitting here like, what about this guy? He's with me the whole game. But
Or all these random people running around who happen to have.
That guy just missed a havoc.
spores.
Just saying, I'm the only one with light over here.
but
Yeah.
Oh, games with gold this month, by the way, is Mega Baseball, is it, or Super Baseball, something like that, and Phantom Pain.
Oh yeah. But like PlayStation got Phantom Pain.
Sorry,
like,
it
how
was
many months
Super
ago?
Mega Baseball 2. It was both.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Phantom Pain was a couple of months ago.
Yeah, for PlayStation.
Yeah.
And Streets of Rage is also coming, like the
Oh.
original, it's the first bit of the Sega Vintage Collection.
Oh.
Sega Aces.
Sega
what's-
Vintage.
Oh, Sega Aces might be the one that's on Switch then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's on Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame.
Cool.
Yeah.
That says
No, it's-
360 actually.
That's what?
That 360.
It was on 360.
okay.
But it's gonna be playable on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Backwards compatibility.
Yep.
So PlayStation's Beyond Two Souls, Rayman Legends, Xbox was Super Mega Baseball 2,
Yeah.
and Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I'm way more excited about the PlayStation ones.
Oh yeah.
It's nice though we're getting actual retail games now.
Yeah.
Before it was just a bunch of indie games to start
Yep.
out like.
At least they gave us that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's better than nothing. Happy.
Yeah,
obviously.
and honestly, it probably gave a lot of attention to certain indie games that maybe people wouldn't have played really much of
Yeah.
at all.
Mhm.
I remember in the beginning, like Don't Starve, like I got that because.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I think that
I mean,
became
Blizzard
what it
did.
was because it was a free.
Yeah.
PlayStation
And I was like,
game.
Don't Starve Together.
Yeah.
Where they released and people are probably playing together.
Oh, that's why they're doing Beyond Two Souls. Because what comes out next month?
Oh yeah.
Detroit Become Human.
Which is
That's
from
a-
the same studio.
Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
Makes sense.
I'm hopefully picking that up.
Yes.
We'll have to wait and see. But on that note, tune in again next month where we'll bring you.
We're not going to talk about Affinity War.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilers. War to go.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, click subscribe. Also check below for the links to our Facebook page, Twitter, and blog. Check back often. We're posting new videos weekly.